Oh my
What?
I
Yo,
like
that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's
Hall
true.
of Fame
It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. What is up, everybody? Joe, I'm not gonna lie. As that intro was rolling, I just realized that you were wearing a fucking Ravens shirt. Fuck you.
I'm a Steelers fan.
Steelers fan. Yeah, fuck you.
But it's Lamar Jackson. It's Lamar Jackson. That's the only reason I got it.
I can respect that. I'm just saying, last Sunday the Ravens game. I'm taking this to a little personally. I was an ass whooping.
Shout out to the Ravens. Shout out to the Ravens.
Alert.
Shut up. I don't even watch football.
That's my football team. I committed to him 2 years ago out of default. Like no bullshit.
Out of default. He said I got
Lamar Jackson. Lamar
MVP.
MVP for sure.
I don't know about president.
Sure.
That'd be kind of wild.
President.
Everybody get free Pusices.
We on there.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's been a couple weeks since we were able to do an episode with all the holidays and all the travel, plus me getting very sick. So a lot of stuff's happened. Some good, some bad, some troubling issues. But let's start with Devion. Your favorite squad made a big trade. Big trade. OG Anunoby traded to the Knicks.
It's such a Knicks move.
What's your no? Okay. So details of the trade: OG Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa go to the Knicks. Heat legend Precious Achiuwa. And then RJ Barrett and IQ quickly, or not IQ. Emmanuel quickly IQ go to the Raptors. So first, I want you guys to grade the trade. Give someone to be, as the winner, as the loser. But then ultimately, since Devion loves the Knicks so much, does this put the Knicks over the top? Does this make them a real threat in the East? Devion, no one better to start this conversation than you, my boy.
Man, I don't know how I feel about that trade. I want to like it, but I don't. I ain't gonna lie. Like, OG ain't bad, and I like him, but I just feel like what the Knicks gave up to get him might not work for that organization. Because when you make a move like that, man, you trying to compete for a championship. Like, if they took him and they threw him on like a decent team or something, like the Lakers or something, that might work out for them, because that's a piece that like we might need, or like the Dallas Mavericks. But the Knicks, you gave I ain't gonna lie, you gave us some nice talent that was actually working for you. Probably it's probably the best team they had in like the last 5 years, and they just find a way to mess it up again and go get another player that probably don't want to stay there, and they about to just make Toronto better. Because now they just filled out Toronto's team. So I don't think that was a great trade for the Knicks, but we go see, because OG's he dope. I like him as a player. So we go see if it actually works, but I don't think it go work out for them.
So you're not ready to quite put them up with the Celtics and the Bucks in the East.
No, they're not even in the same conversation,
on,
bro. They still at the bottom of the barrel. They just might go from 9 to like, okay, we definitely go be at 8 now. Maybe. That's what I kind of see them as. I'm for real, bro.
They went from a road playing team to home playing team. Shout out to the Knicks. Joe, what you got?
I'm gonna give I'll give the Raptors a C. I think, like you said, it fills out their roster, but it don't help them compete. I think it gives you a situation where you go, damn, we gotta play the Raptors tonight. We can't just like slack it off. We gotta play them serious because they got some depth.
That was still the case beforehand, though.
I know, but yeah, now that That's true. That's true.
But you got
I mean, it
two
was 2 for 2. It was 2
hard
for
playing people.
Yeah.
It was
now.
2 for 2. I mean, they gave up 2 and got 2.
But okay, OG didn't want to be in Toronto because he wanted to be the number 1 guy. Now he going to the Knicks. What they gonna make him the number 2 option, or he gonna be the number 3 option? He ain't gonna be happy. He gonna sit there, and what he gonna do is play defense like Tibbs want him to do, and it ain't gonna work out. I give the Knicks a D. It don't move into the needle at all. It's such a Knicks move 100%. We got a solid team, but we don't have a top 3, 4 C type team. So we're gonna make a move to try to appease the fans, but it ain't gonna be a splash. It ain't gonna be. It's just a lateral. No,
They
they
shouldn't have
did
gave up
nothing.
quickly.
They should have. Yeah, they definitely shouldn't have gave up
They didn't
quickly.
play him,
Gave them
though.
up. But I'm
They weren't
saying that,
playing him.
but that's their fault because
That's
quickly is
Tibbs'
like
fault.
I take.
Oh no,
I take quickly.
1000%.
I take
It's Tibbs' fault.
Quickly has been
If you
kind
don't
of one
play
of the hype
defense,
for a
you're not
couple
playing
years.
for a Tibbs team. That's why he wanted OG, because OG can do what Quickly does offensively, and he's actually gonna compete defensively. But you gave up too much. Then you didn't take a step forward. I think you're in the exact same position. So I gotta give you a D grade. You didn't do nothing.
All right.
Toronto won that trade to me.
I guess I see this one a little differently. I'll give the Raptors a D, and I'll give the Knicks a B plus. I think it's a
Wow.
pretty good trade. Now, do I think it makes them a contender in the East? No, but I don't know. I'm
Julius
pretty
Randle.
low on RJ Barrett. Like I don't like. I think you basically just upgraded RJ Barrett to your starting lineup with OG, great defender, can shoot the 3. Joe, what you're saying is valid in terms of like, will he be bought in to be basically a 2A or 2B, basically, because he's not going to be 1.
Yeah.
Brunson is going to be the 1.
Hey man.
I don't necessarily know that I see a bunch of ego with OG where he wouldn't take that. I think he's got to feel like they're going to win or have a possibility of winning. So we'll see. But the piece that actually I think makes the trade for me for the Knicks is getting Precious. I think that's a very versatile player defensively that they can use. And you got to think, when you think about the teams that they're going to have to go up against in the East, like theoretically, right? You're thinking about Milwaukee, and you're thinking about Boston. Those are teams that have a lot of size. So you got rid of RJ Barrett. You upgraded that with OG. OG can guard
That's fair.
basically 1 through 4 defensively. Precious can really guard 1 through 5. Like, he is quick enough to deal with guards. I saw that his rookie year with Miami. He can shoot the 3 a little bit. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size. Like, I think he's going to be. I think he's the kind of undervalued piece of this entire trade. Like, I don't think that was a small thing getting him along with OG as a role player. Because when you play those big teams like Milwaukee, you need some size, you need some bodies that you can throw at Giannis. He's a perfect person to throw at somebody like Giannis or even a Tatum, Porzingis. Like, whichever way you want to use him defensively, I think Tibbs will probably be able to get the most out of it. I give the Raptors a D because I think you sold way low on OG. Like, remember, like, the last couple years, there's always been this big, like, oh, man, who's going to make the move for OG and blah, blah, blah. Well, we kind of realized, I think, over the last year and a half, he kind of peaked. Like, he kind of is what he is. There was a couple years ago where if you would have traded him, like, there was people thinking you could potentially be getting a budding superstar. He's just a very good player. Nothing wrong with that. And, like, I think he's a great third option for a team. You're not getting a superstar. So my reasons why they get a D is, like, you waited too long. You knew this was going to happen at some point. You were going to have to trade him, and you waited way too long to do it.
But this what that's what I say, like the Knicks, not Toronto, the Toronto Knicks. The Raptors thought that's what that's probably what they think with RJ Barrett, and then you got a guy who gives you a spark off the bench where you can actually use him. That's why I said if it was another team who made this trade, I was like, all right, this is a good trade. I just don't believe.
I agree that OG
for
is
the
going to get
Knicks.
wasted on the Knicks. Like, OG,
that's all it
like
is.
that final piece for like a real championship team. Like think about like if the Bucks would have made that trade to get another defender in there to kind of replace like a Drew Holiday. Sure, that's a way better like situation for OG. But just in terms of the two teams that made a transaction, you can't blame the Knicks for
if they still
giving up on like. They're gonna have to pay RJ Barrett now. Like,
yeah, they committed to him.
He gonna get that money.
He shouldn't. But
he's gonna be good for Toronto.
Home for RJ Barrett, so that's
yeah,
cool for him, I guess.
He cool. If they trade Randall, I think this would be a great trade.
I think they should trade Randall. Yep.
If they trade Randall, get somebody else with Brunson with this, great trade. Great setup for a trade. But if you go keep this to go with Randall, I don't think it's gonna work. That's why I'm hung up on. I like Randall, but his style of basketball is gonna get you ticket sales, but it's not gonna get you ships. So he
and the
can't
Lakers
be
should
your
go ahead and
third.
get Pascal Siakam.
He needs
ahead
to be
and
a
do it.
third
I'm kind
option.
of in on Randall this year. I kind of like Randall. I feel like he's had a very team-oriented mindset this year. But we'll see. We'll see once it starts getting close. to
Wait,
playoff time.
you like Julius Randle, who don't use his right hand, but you don't like Jaylen Brown, who don't use his left hand. I'm just saying.
I said I liked his mindset for the year. I feel like he's being a bought-in team player this year.
I don't.
I'm not.
He need to be
I
third
wouldn't
option.
pay Julius Randle no fucking $300 million.
He
I'll
need to
tell
be
you that
third
right now.
option.
I don't know.
Give me 15.
All right. Well, that's where the
and 9 a
conversation
game.
with Jaylen Brown came from. Is paying
Yeah.
that man $300 million contract,
Which is crazy still too.
He can't use his left hand. But let's talk about another superstar who's finally back, Ja Morant. This might be a little sore for y'all after last night. I get it, but Ja Morant is back. The Grizzlies are 6-3 since he got back.
We used
So
to.
they've been playing a lot better.
Worst part is they didn't even have a big man. So
Hey, I'll tell
AD and LeBron playing great. It's just everybody else. But anyway, Ja, hey, that boy good, but it don't matter. It don't matter. They don't have Steven Adams. No, Steven Adams. I don't care. To me, it's been proven Steven Adams is the answer for that team. If Steven Adams don't play, it's harder for Ja. It's gonna be cute now because Ja is what he is, and people ain't seen him for the first 25 games of the season. But to me, it's without Steven Adams, they're not going nowhere. It's a cute story. It's fun to see him coming out, and he's reminding everybody that hey, he's still up. He could be up there with Anthony Edwards and Tatum and stuff. Because I feel like people disrespected him while he was gone. Like, oh, he's not a top 25 player anymore. He's not.
Well,
He's
and
not
Joe,
up there
remember,
with
like
Halliburton
last
and
years,
Fox and
whenever
all
he
these
would
people.
miss
I'm like, well,
with
come on now.
injury, and people would like to bring up, like, oh, well, the Grizzlies' record with Ja Morant doesn't play is really good. Maybe they don't actually need him. Yeah, all right. How'd that look this year?
Look how it looked when they had Marcus Smart as they point guard.
Right. Yeah, they were 6-20 before Ja Morant got into the lineup. So he's gotten them up to 12 and 23.
We'll see how
5 games out of the play-in right now. So they got time to make it up. It's just that you look at the teams that's like standing between them. Utah, not worried about them, but like the Lakers, the Warriors.
And I think Jared Jackson is taking a step
like,
back. Jared Jackson is taking a step back this year.
Jared Jackson is just showing exactly who he has been this entire fucking time.
He's good with a guard. He's good with an explosive guard. If he's not, he's an okay player.
And a real center. And a real center.
That's it. If he has to do all the dirty work, it ain't happening.
Yeah, Devin, what's your kind of reaction to Ja being back and the Grizzlies starting to have some success with him?
The exact same thing I thought. He was gonna come back, score a lot of points, give him the spark because he's unanswered, and now you got an actual leader who's gonna lead him to it. But once as the season progresses, you'll see how important Steven Adams is. Like I know he's not doing much, but people gotta realize like when the Lakers won championships, you have people like Ron Artest, you got people like Derek Fisher. These are those type of people that come in and do the dirty work that the average,
Well, I mean, let's also be real who the Grizzlies have been, right? Their record had been carried by Ja Morant's stardom, right?
That's it.
But he did have those, like you're saying, those ancillary pieces, the Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson within a good role, Dylan Brooks, like all those types of guys that would do a whole bunch of other little things. He's never had another star next to him. So
he has
to he can't be the star and then have to do all of the dirty shit that all those other guys are doing. So when you lose one of your key contributors to doing the little things, like you guys have both said, we're seeing the consequences of it. I think they can get themselves into the play-in game. I think.
Maybe,
I don't know who's gonna be expensive for.
But you gotta think it's a good chance they might. But I'm talking about they gonna have to play some crazy. Like Marcus Smart had 30 against us. Like, come on. Fucking Jaren Jackson had 31 against us. Like, AD had 30.
I can relate. Grayson Allen hit 7 threes in the first half against the Heat last night. All right, I'm just sitting here like,
come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really think they're going to keep this shit? Like, this is cool. first 15 games, I think they're gonna be good, and then people go adjust to
Ja
Ja
being back.
Morant again. Ja Morant gonna do his thing, but they was like the rest of your team ain't shit. And then when the playoffs come, like say if they do get in the playoffs come, you getting fucked up because you really undersized and all
Mhm.
that running and gunning shit is gonna work for so much. And then at the end of the game,
Yup.
they gonna do exactly what they did last year. They're gonna say, all right, Ja Morant, we gonna shut this middle down and we gonna force your ass to make an extremely difficult shot. Somebody gotta do a putback, or you have to rely on your jump shot to win this
Facts.
game. You might do it one time, but you're not doing it
And if
four times. You're not
and
doing
if
it 4
Desmond
times.
Bain and Marcus Smart
Yeah.
beat us in a series, it is what it is.
You can't
If they
can't
beat
do
us in a
that about
series,
it.
it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because that's not gonna happen.
Nah, they gonna be fun to watch, but I don't think. I think they probably they might slide into the play-in game, but I don't think they somebody you need to watch out for. Like they're a poor
No.
man Sacramento. Like that's how I see it.
Damn.
They're like a poor man like running gun
Ain't no
team.
bonus on Memphis.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you got a poor man's of that. Like you got
Phil
a running
Jackson
gun team,
ish.
but you ain't got no
Right.
Sabonis. You got your De'Aaron Fox, but who's your fucking Sabonis? You get what I'm saying? Like who's gonna
Yeah.
carry that big load?
They don't even have
to-
like a bona fide I mean,
Desmond Bain.
like a bona fide
That's
shooter.
their number
I
2.
don't know what it is. Like I bet maybe just because like the way he shoots, I just never really
They too
I never really
guard heavy
believe in it.
on
Like
I don't believe
small
in it either.
guards. They
He'll
like
make
guard
7
heavy.
Desmond
one
Bain
game and he won't
lines
make
up, and
any again.
I'm like, but
No,
that bitch goes
Desmond
in.
Bane.
I mean, he shoots like 40% from three.
I
So
like
can't.
him. He's good, but they too guard heavy on small guards. That Desmond Baines would be cool, but you probably should package him up to go get some other pieces, especially if you got Marcus Smart on there. You don't need both of them. Like you need now. They should have traded for some fucking OG and go get what they wanted out of Marcus Smart. You could have just put him at the
That'd have been
small,
nice. Actually.
small forward. You could have got him for that, but you got too many small, undersized guards that are trying to play like big men that can't.
I think they
that
kind
shit
of
ain't
need
gonna work.
an identity.
Yeah.
They're in a little bit of an identity crisis. Like, are you like a running gun, high tempo, score a lot of points, kind of Indiana Pacers type team, or are you going to be kind of what you had been, this like grit and grind type of team? I feel like they're kind of in flux right now. But let's talk about another team that is certainly in flux. This one will close to the heart for you guys. Lakers. Lakers have been in trouble. I think they're 2-9, I believe the record is, since the in-season tournament championship. We're gonna touch on Darvin Ham here in a second, but Joe, I'll let you start this one. What's going wrong? Like, what's wrong?
LeBron went all out to get these men $500,000
Mm-hmm.
for them not to show up.
Come on, Joe.
It's absurd. It's literally I like what Stephen A. Smith said. I ain't gonna even lie. They should just get the bus and drive around LA and show them all the nice shit and say, y'all might gonna get to experience this anymore because I don't know what the fuck going on. It's literally LeBron is balling. He doing what he does, and it's still amazing that he's doing it at 39. Anthony Davis is actually playing very well. Austin Reeves, I don't know what's going on with that.
Consistent well for AD. I've been shocked.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. It's the role pieces. I don't know why they still holding on to this D'Angelo Russell experiment. They need to move on from that. I just don't understand what's going on there. They playing too many average players and expecting them to make big time shots when they need them to, and it's just not working. So you need to get some people who can handle the pressure of LA and playing with LeBron, because obviously they don't want to be there. That man LeBron went all out to get y'all this money, and y'all showing up doing absolutely nothing to thank this man. So to me, that's the biggest issue with the Lakers is the role players. And it sounds cliche because that's what we always say when it's a LeBron team. But when you watch the Lakers, it's obvious what the issue is. It's the role players not showing up. And I don't know what happened with Austin Reeves, how he just disappeared. I don't know. They not putting him in positions to succeed. I feel like he should be the main ball handler right after LeBron, but I guess they don't feel that way. I don't know what Darvin Ham is doing, but like you said, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But
Come on,
Lakers
baby.
trash right now, bro. Lakers trash right now.
Devion, talk to me. What's
We
going
know
on,
what
bro?
it is. See, look, I was just talking to the homie about this yesterday. Like AD, I know everybody saying he's playing well. I think AD's playing good for AD, but and then with like little shots he's doing, like he's standing on that rim doing putbacks. That's what we've been saying. I said that motherfucker unstoppable when he do that. Then he go lean on that fadeaway, and I'm like, I don't like that. But I understand what he's trying to do to pull him in. But I think our biggest problem, we can say is our role players, but I don't think it's our role players. I think the biggest problem that we have is people have to realize LeBron James is getting older. He cannot take our Cavs team to the finals anymore. That's what I think people got to realize. Like LeBron, we just watched this man score 16 points not too long ago. Like, how rare is that? Like, he's older. You can't just put a whole team on his back no more. And AD can do what he want to do, but they can score 60 points, but they can't put a sorry ass team on their back. And I told you, like Cam Reddish, I don't want him shooting the fucking ball. I said that. I know I got killed the first time, but I'm like, see what the fuck I was talking about? Prince, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know.
He got too many minutes, bro. Oh my god.
What the fuck he's doing? Like, he's getting starter minutes and he's playing like a bona fide 8th, 9th person off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got bad pieces to go with an old LeBron with an AD. We don't know if he gonna show up, if he don't. It's just we got to get over it. LeBron need help. Like, I know that's crazy to say because LeBron's been the help. He's been
Man,
the captain
39.
and shit. He need help, and we not making no moves. And this Cam Reddish and all that bullshit. Like, I know we can get on Darvin Ham about that, but like, who the fuck is he gonna play? Like, for real, who does he have to play?
Kobe Brown. Mizzou.
Yeah, like, and Christian Woods. I'm gonna say this, and I'm off of Christian Woods. Now, he pisses me off the most. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, Woods, you supposed to be in here. He over here making a turnover, do some goofy shit. He's smiling. I'm like, bitch, you supposed to be over here putting people on fucking posters. You
Andrew Wiggins times 10.
You know what I'm saying? A stretch 4. You supposed to be the dude out here, like our fourth person who might come out there and score 20 points. And like, damn, we weren't expecting this. And then now it's just like, I see why, like, the Mavs gave his ass up now. Maybe it was something.
And the Rockets.
Yeah, like, maybe it's something.
No care. He don't care.
Yeah, with him mentally and shit. But I'm just like, man, we got a bunch of fucking losers and rejects on our team. And we over here.
McGee.
Yeah, going off there.
That's our first good Devion losers quote of 2024.
Man, I'm telling you, some fucking bona fide losers. Like, this is crazy. And we can't just say, oh, this is the Lakers and LeBron. Bro, it's over, bro. We actually need help. Like, we're terrible. This is the worst we've been in like 5 years, in my opinion. Like, terrible.
We just wanted. We put up banners already.
All right. So I think the Lakers. I think what needs to happen. I don't know how to make it happen necessarily. LeBron he's got to kind of give up the reins to the Lakers a little bit. I think. I get that he is. No, I don't think he has. I think he says he wants to, but I think saying you want to and then actually doing it are two different things. And I'm not trying to hate on LeBron. Like,
do you think he tried and just don't trust the people around him?
I think it's a lot of trust issues. Yes, I think it's a lot of trust issues because we've seen AD not do what AD's been supposed to do for 4 years now. But I think in order for them to work, LeBron he can't be the focal point anymore. Like, I get it. That'll win you some games and, maybe come playoff time or big, very important games. LeBron can do that. But what I see with the Lakers is no one on that team has any idea of what they're supposed to be doing. What is their actual role? How are they supposed to be contributing to the team? No one knows what to do. And I think it's creating a lot of like poor confidence. And it's like, they're not trusting what they're supposed to be doing. Like, you brought up Taurean Prince. I've watched Laker games at the beginning of the season where Taurean Prince looked good. Like, the initial plan to the season, Taurean Prince, you're going to be basically this 3-and-D type of guy, and he was fitting into that role very well. Austin Reeves has gone from bench to starting to bench to starting. I think he's back starting now. I mean, that's tough on a young player. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I the Am I initiating the offense? Am I supposed to be looking for my shot and not really worried about playmaking? It looks like a lot of people don't know what they're supposed to be doing. And, I think some of that falls on, obviously, Darvin Ham. And part of it, I think, is he's also trying to see what roles these players fit in. It obviously hurts that you guys don't have Rui. I think it hurts that you don't have Gabe Vincent. I know he didn't have the greatest start to his Laker career, but one thing I noticed when I got to really watch y'all in depth when the Heat played the Lakers, y'all don't really have a point of attack defender. Like, it was pretty free reign right into the lane. I mean, that game was close for a long time. That game was close because y'all were lucky that Hero and Duncan were just missing. Because they were getting wide open threes off of pretty easy attacks of the rim and kickouts. So I think if you can get Rui and Gabe, I think those are your two best point of attack defenders. I think that helps whenever they come back. But I think at some point, roles have to be defined, and you just got to go with it. Yes, you might go on a 3-game losing streak with those defined roles, but scale LeBron back. Let Austin Reeves initiate the offense, run it through AD, and then when it's fourth quarter time, sure, LeBron, come get the ball, make some plays, or if the offense has been cooking, just keep rolling with what's cooking. But
And
expecting
Vanderbilt
LeBron,
needs to take 5 to 7 shots a game and at least hit 3
Vanderbilt
of
needs to
them.
play.
But
I don't
even when
like.
he plays, he ain't doing nothing but playing fucking defense. It's just like a dead body out there, or just somebody out there chasing people, and he can't score. Like, we can't score the ball. I'm sorry.
But again, so
Besides,
like
like,
Devin,
our
this is
two
kind of
people
what I
can't
was saying
score.
about like LeBron needing to scale back, because when LeBron's
Yeah.
running the offense, it is a lot of holding the ball. Right
Yeah.
now, I get LeBron is orchestrating and he's doing things that the three of us are just not qualified to even comment on because we don't see what LeBron James sees.
Yep.
But that makes it like that's why it's always been historically good for him to have a bunch of shooters, not bigs that play around the rim with him, right? Because he just wants to orchestrate, get matchups, drive, and then he's going to kick off of those matchups to a bunch of people that can shoot. That's not the Lakers right now. So using LeBron in that way, not going to be the answer. It's just not.
Yeah. Somebody's got to be the guy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and I know they want AD to be the guy and stuff.
It ain't
And
happening.
I'm fine with him being, like, if it works out, it's cool. But Austin Reeves, I don't think he's playing bad for, like, what he, like, the role he has to take and what he, like, look, like, he's forced to be the third person. Like, if he went to another team, he might average 22 to 25 points a game
All
because
right. I'm going to give y'all an example, though.
You get what I'm saying?
Right? And y'all made this comparison in the offseason, and I killed y'all for it.
Yeah,
but think about how the
I'm
Heat
bringing
used
it up.
Hero.
Hero,
No, but I'm being serious in terms of how Austin Reeves fits in with the Lakers, right? Hero is the Heat's third best player. Hero has the highest usage on the Heat. More than Jimmy, more than Bam, because it just makes the most sense for him to be the one that initiates offense. The better that Hero has gotten at playmaking and running an offense, the better the Heat have been. And that's how we've been able to survive all these games without Jimmy so far this year. But I think that's the path forward with the way that your stars are set up, right? Anthony Davis is a big. He can't initiate the offense, right? Okay, well, give it to somebody that can play in pick and roll with Anthony Davis. LeBron, visualize those Miami Heat memories where Dwayne Wade had the ball in his hands and you were cutting and getting a bunch of rim runs that way. Like, that's the way forward for the Lakers. It's a lot less effort for LeBron James.
Yeah, you might be right on that because it's like we don't got no scores. Like, at least y'all got. Look, see, y'all can go and get a Duncan to score. Who's our Duncan? Like, for real, who do we have that's close to?
Well, I mean, at some point, the Lakers also need to focus on player development, right? Like, the Lakers have been able to get away with just snatching players from other teams, but
at some point,
you got to develop
burst your bubble. You want to burst your bubble now or later? That shit ain't ever gonna happen. Because Lakers are just gonna be like, oh, we got enough money and we're the Lakers. They gonna keep buying players and give it time. Might be 5 years we suck. Then they gonna do the same. We have zero player development. We might have the worst player development.
Right, well, let's talk about the person that would be in charge of it. That would be Darvin Ham. Should he be fired? Devion.
I'll go first. I'm torn because I'm like, yeah, because it's like based on our track record of like the coaches we've had and how quickly we'll get them out for doing fuck shit. What's so different about him versus everybody else? You know, and I know we get it. He doesn't have much. Come on, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what you got. LeBron and AD. We can at least be at 500. So he got into February trade deadline. He don't make nothing happen. He fired. And if you want to be nice to him for whatever reason, give him to the end of the year. But in the offseason, if we miss the playoffs, I don't fuck it. If we don't make it past the first round, even if we make the playoffs, he gone. I'm firing him. Like you don't got nothing to offer. It's like we trying to win now. Like we don't got no player development, so we got to win now. If you're not helping us win now, you useless to the organization. You got to go. And his matchups are fuck. I don't care what nobody say. That rotation, these rotations he has, they're awful.
Terrible.
Like they're awful. Like I don't like awful. Will awful.
Joe?
They're awful.
Bro, I think you being very nice to the man. I mean,
I am.
You're being super nice. You're being
I am.
super nice. Like, let's be real. He's had a horrible season, and LeBron saved his job with that in-season tournament. It's not like Darvin Ham did a great job coaching and to win those in-season games. LeBron just went out there and did his thing to make a point that tried to make the in-season tournament seem like it was a legit thing. So outside of that, if they didn't win that, he probably would have lost. He probably would have been fired.
Yeah,
he need to go.
Fired. He would have.
He need to go just because there's no, like you said, no development. There's no progression. It's stagnant. There's nothing good. What they need to do is go ahead and just hire Phil Handy because everybody respect him and they gonna listen to what he say and just have all the assistants do all the work. He don't have to actually be the coach. He just need a figurehead that everybody respect and gonna listen to because they not listening to Darvin Ham. I can tell you that. Like that message and what he say been stale since last year. So
he a poor man's Thibodeau. That's
exactly.
what it is. We don't got no fucking defensive players for you to have your defensive mind. Like we you know, that's what he's one of those type of coaches, and he got to go.
He don't pump me up at all either. Nothing he say, but like, oh yeah, let me go out there and play hard for this man. Like, nah, there's nothing.
So
he got to go.
I'm gonna say no that he should not be fired, but I'm definitely keeping a closer eye. Is how I would say
You're
it.
talking about.
So, I would say. I understand. But I just want to point out last year, it was not looking good at the beginning part of the season. Trade deadline happened. They made a few tweaks, which I'm assuming he had some involvement with. He gets y'all to the Western Conference Finals, right? So, I think he deserves credit for that, kind of helping fix the mix of players. And then once he got the players that he thought he needed, putting them in the right position to get y'all to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, LeBron James has a huge part in that. But I'm just saying, I don't think we have a David Blatt situation here where it was just very clearly like LeBron's not having to go in there and like erase plays. Like, no, I'm not fucking inbounding the ball with 0.8 of a second left on the play clock.
That's because Ham is just more aggressive than Blatt. It's the same shit. I'm sorry. To me, it's the same. He's just.
I don't feel the same way. Like to me, like that is just pure incompetence when you have the unquestioned best player in the world and you want him to inbound the fucking basketball with less than a second left on the clock, right? Like incompetence there. I think I'm not saying Ham's been great or perfect. I think he deserves criticism. I was mentioning the roles and not having defined roles and like the constant changing of those roles. Like that is Darvin Ham. At some point, he has to pick something. I also think I think he has earned at least a little leeway. Of like, okay, this is still like the part of the season where you're experimenting. There are a lot of new pieces to the Lakers, right? So like. It's not like you guys brought the exact same team back and Darvin Ham just decided to fuck with the rotation.
Let me see how many games we played. We played 36 games. That experiment shit is over with. 15 games and that's done.
It's not though because your players haven't really played. Like you've gotten like 5 games out of Gabe Vincent. You've gotten maybe 20 games out of Rui. Like some of the pieces that y'all got at the deadline last year that made y'all move. One of those was Rui, and he was a very big part of it. So not having him,
that I will give you. Rui.
That's a big chess piece to the equation. Now, I can say that those injuries are some valid context. One thing I did not like about Darvin Ham, I think might have been after the Heat game actually, where he came out and said he basically made the excuse that we don't have our players. I'm not trying to hear that.
Can't say that.
I'm not trying to hear that. You're the head coach. You need to have those guys thinking. No matter who is in, who is out, we can win every single game next man up. I've never heard a good coach making an injury excuse, right? It's like why they're not winning. Well, Darvin
But
still.
look at
I'm
the
trying to
know
say
that-
my
pieces that
job
we,
excuse.
yeah, the pieces that we got or were supposed to be just that, and we've seen them in other like rotations to where they did what they were supposed to do in case like people got hurt, and now it's just like, oh man, we just throwing that motherfucker out there because he on the roster. It's like, come on, bro,
That's
like
true.
we suck, like for real, we suck, and these pieces that we win, we don't. They're good. These pieces that we have right now, even with the injuries, if this was a peak or you see that jersey, you see that Heat. If we had a Miami LeBron, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Like, oh,
True.
we going to the finals. But
True.
that's what we don't have. That's why I'm saying like
That
people
was
have to
10
get
years ago.
away from but they got to get away from like LeBron is still that guy, but like, and I know that's hard to tell.
Let's
a
also be
person
real
like
though.
him that-
Coaching
yeah.
LeBron is not easy.
Yeah, that's why I say
Like, it's
I
not
know
an
it's
easy
hard to
thing.
do that.
Like that is difficult. Any
disagree.
great player, any great
I
player like
disagree.
that is difficult. Yeah,
I think coaching LeBron is easy. I think handling the media and everything around LeBron ain't easy. I think coaching LeBron is very easy. I think I think LeBron's very coachable, in my opinion.
who has had more coaches fired than LeBron James?
That's not his fault.
No, we just
That's-
had our
That's
coaches
the
just
that's
suck.
the
I mean, I'm
the
just saying at some
aura.
point, like it is
But that's
hard.
the aura and the stigma and the media creation around LeBron. That's not LeBron. Not LeBron ain't sitting there going into the
He
to
tried to
the
have Spo
media.
fired. He tried to have Spo fired.
That's true. That was one example. And Pat Riley said that's
It's
not
like the
happening, bro.
greatest fucking head coach in the NBA that he
But-
tried to have
but-
fired.
But
but-
no one
His
knew
judgment's
that
not always
then.
great.
He was a
Yeah.
video coordinator. No one knew that was gonna
Yeah.
happen. That's different.
But
That's
look at-
and
look
now
at Pat
LeBron did
Riley.
it after like 2
Yeah.
championships.
I'm just
That'd
saying
been
though,
different.
but again, if you're Darvin Ham, who are you before this, right? So like you're having to
Just
try and
win.
manage.
Win.
I understand that, but at the same
It's
time,
not like
LeBron's
you can
not
go-
going to be quiet if he has an opinion on something.
LeBron's not Michael Jordan. He's approachable. You can say, do this. We're gonna try to do this tonight. And LeBron, if he's agree with it, he gonna do it. Unless he think there's
Right,
a
but
better
what I'm
option.
saying
He
is
gonna do it. He
LeBron might not
coachable.
always agree with everything, and so at that point, you're Darvin Ham. You're kind of like in a point where like, well, do I want to go against LeBron and risk that it doesn't work? And then LeBron's like,
That's your
"Come on out
fault.
here."
You're the coach. That's
You
your
the
fault.
coach. You-
I
your
get no, I
fault.
get it. I
yeah,
get it.
show you the coach.
That's your
You know,
fault.
hey, my squad rocks that way. Let's say, fuck you, LeBron. Go sit your ass
Yeah,
down. You're not
that's your
bringing your
fault.
boys on the
Hey,
plane. You're not
but
bringing
let
all
me
these
ask you
people
a
over here. It
question,
don't matter.
though.
We're gonna do it my way.
But-
I'm just
but-
saying, don't act like that's not a difficult situation where you got
Yeah.
someone
I
that a lot
did
of
say
people
it's
say
not
is the fucking
difficult.
GOAT.
I said
Hey,
LeBron's
Yeah,
not
well, I
difficult.
just said
LeBron's
it's
not
hard
hard
to
to
coach LeBron
but
James.
let me
You
ask
it's
you a
not.
question.
Well,
Let
it's
me
not
ask
hard
you
to
a
coach
question.
LeBron.
though.
Everything around LeBron is what
Yeah.
makes it difficult. It's not LeBron that what makes it difficult.
What
It was all
coach?
the hoopla that comes around LeBron.
But what coach did
Well,
he
yeah, I'm not
try
saying
to
it's
get
hard to like,
fired
get
that
LeBron
didn't
to do the
deserve
correct thing on
besides
the
Spo?
basketball court.
That's all I
But
wanna
I'm saying being the head coach of LeBron James is hard. Of his team, that's hard.
I agree. I'm saying LeBron's not hard
I
to
don't-
coach.
All right. Let's talk
I
about
don't
another
know.
team that's kind of in
Yeah.
trouble. But I'm going
LeBron's
to use the
very
Lakers as a
coachable.
reference point here. I want you to guys buy or sell, because the Warriors, they've been going through their own things right now. Two historic legacy, franchises right here. Buy or sell, the Lakers are in more trouble than the Golden State Warriors. Joe, talk to me.
Whew, I'm selling it. I'm selling it. I'm definitely selling it. Mainly because it's LeBron and his legacy, but the man damn near 40. So like I don't think him having a great season and then like the Lakers and the players around him not stepping up to expectations. I think
Ain't
that's a
nobody making
lesser
this about
hit.
LeBron. I said the Lakers.
I know. That is LeBron. Can I finish? Can I finish? Thank you. Everybody know the Lakers when LeBron move on, they're gonna get them another superstar. They're gonna do what they got to do to stay relevant. The Warriors, this dynasty over. Everything about them look like it's about to be over. What's the next step? Because that lore that the Lakers have is always gonna be there, no matter what. They could have 10 losing seasons and a superstar mill say it's LA, and I may have an opportunity to turn all that shit around. I'm going there. I don't know how many gonna say I'm gonna do that for Golden State and bring that back. Like you're never gonna eclipse Steph Curry's legacy with Golden State. That's never gonna happen. So I think I'm selling the Warriors more because they got more to lose, and so I think they got more pressure on them, and I think they're gonna fold even more because all that pressure that's on them. Bob Myers left for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm I'm
Devion?
selling the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm selling the Warriors more
Hey.
than the Lakers.
Hey man, as long as LA got sunshine, hoes, and money, you ain't never got nothing to worry
Yes,
about.
sir.
I'm just being real. Like,
Pussy,
but
money, weed. That's all I
as far as
need.
like basketball wise, I think we fine. The
That's a
Warriors
crazy
are
tone switch
done.
from our last conversation.
No, I'm saying I think we not gonna win shit. Don't get me wrong. I
No, yeah.
think we trash, but I'm saying like compared to like them,
There's way more pressure on them.
we're in a better
Chris Paul
position.
did just
just
break
be-
his hand last night too. That's
No,
another
I'm
Wait,
just
blow.
saying
what? Wait, what?
Chris Paul broke his hand last night.
I don't care about that. Like, but I'm
Just saying.
That's
We
That's
knew he
another
was gonna
piece.
get hurt. I did not know that though. I didn't see that.
but that's what I'm saying. Like these are not things we didn't factor in. Like I knew at some
We
point
knew
Chris
they
Paul
wasn't
was
gonna make
get
it.
hurt.
We
Yeah,
knew that was
it's just about if it was gonna be later on.
You know
or
what's
early.
fucked up too? He's gonna come back in the playoffs, but he's gonna be out of shape and he's gonna pull his hamstring and miss the playoff games.
Yes. So
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Warriors got better. My opinion, they got a better bench, more depth, and player development than we do. But we're also I think they do because it's like the only reason I say that is because like
You lost me with the
That's a
player
garbage.
development.
That's
I don't
that's
think
a
they have
garbage
good.
ass race right there.
No, I don't think they have good player development at all. But at least you got a player like
30 and
Kuminga.
29.
Just
I'm
say
just
it.
saying you
Say
gotta
it this way,
29.
Devion. Say it
We
this
don't.
way.
We
Y'all
don't
have
have
a worse player development than them. Don't
That's
say
all
it
it
like
is.
in a positive way for them because they
The
They do.
suck.
30th
It
and the
just
29th. Yep.
if we got a worse player development, that means they got a better player development. I'm not saying that it's
I
great
know.
because I
I'm
don't
just
think they have
saying the connotations
a
of those
great one.
words.
But
Man.
Andrew Wiggins sucks. Kuminga can at least do something for you. That's what I'm saying. Like Klay Thompson, we thought
So
he was out there. He
the
can at
man
least
Well, we
cut
heard
his
what Kuminga
braids
just
off.
said, right?
We
heard
like
what Kuminga
Kuminga
just
now because
said,
he
right?
cut his braids off, huh?
No,
That's what
I
it
don't
is.
look.
The reports are out that Kuminga has lost faith in Steve Kerr and him
Who
reaching
has
his
it?
potential. Moses Moody is now echoing that sentiment. Yeah, that's getting ugly. But
It's
go ahead.
fine,
That's a
but at
lame
least
take.
they can go trade some of the pieces off. But I don't think. I think when a Warriors dynasty drops, I think it's done. They only have like the Splash Brothers, what they offer, and then once that's done and the lure goes off, I
They're
don't
not the
think.
Splash Brothers no more. They the
But that's
Drip
what I'm
Brothers.
saying. Like it's just starting to like we're at the shift like where you go watch your favorite players be like damn near gods, and then now they falling off. So like once they fall off, the Warriors are gonna be shitty. The Lakers might be terrible,
It's
but we still LA, and we go get somebody to come play for us. So I think we fine. I don't hear nobody saying I want to go play
Steph
for
at
them.
Davidson. That's what it looked
Yeah.
like. Steph at Davidson. That's
For real.
exactly what it looked like right now.
I think it's over. We talking about two has-been teams. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
I'm gonna buy this one. I'm gonna buy that the Lakers are in a little more trouble. The only reason I say that, and I'm thinking this purely just for this season, because I think the Warriors system takes a lot of that pressure that I was just talking about that is on LeBron James. Like they don't have to adjust their system; they just need to find some players in a trade that can fit it, right? Like they just got to
You don't
find
think
their
you
newest
don't think
version of
teams
Andrew
have
Wiggins.
caught up to that system?
I'm not
That's-
talking. No.
I mean, if you look around the league, that small ball system not working no more. If you look around the
I
league,
mean, I'm not talking about the small balls. I'm talking about just how they run offense. The offense is not dependent on Steph being like a
Yes, it is.
god to
Yes,
make
it
the
is.
offense
Yes,
I
it
work.
is.
disagree. I
What do
think
you
it is.
So
what do you think it's
wins
based
are-
off of? I'm saying what you think it's based off of then? Like
Well, no, I mean, I'm saying he
Hot pick
obviously
and
has to
roll.
be good for them to win. But
mhm.
I'm just saying the way that they move the basketball, it's not like you have the ball in Steph's hands for 12 seconds on the shot clock and say go do something, right? Whereas
get
the
you.
Lakers,
got
a lot of time the
I
Lakers,
disagree though. I
here
think
LeBron, go make
a
something
lot of
happen. Whereas
a
they move
lot
the
of
ball
teams.
a lot.
They
I
are not
disagree
as
with that
ball
though.
dominant as we are.
I disagree
That's
with
your
that.
point.
I
I
disagree
give
with
you
that though. I think a lot of teams when they got a superstar, they let him dribble and find a way and ISO him, let him do his thing. I think Golden State passes the ball around to give Steph time to get open. I think that's what
Right,
they've
but I'm
turned
saying-
into.
Right, but
I
that's
think
what I'm
that
saying.
they used
What
to
I'm saying is
ball
that's a
movement,
lot
whoever's
easier.
open, take the shot. Now it literally is.
Oh no, they still take.
We're gonna pass the ball,
Clay throws up about 3 air balls a game now.
but that's what I'm saying. But they
Clay's
should.
bricking just the same. Just a lot of those shots used to go in.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I give that's
So like
fair.
all I'm saying is like if they can make
I
a
see what
move
you're
in
saying.
the
That's
deadline now, if they want to stay tied to this little Splash Bros and nostalgia and all those things, and they're fucked because you got like
Hey.
at the end of the day, the people that you got to move is Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins, and if they're gonna have this little kumbaya and like, oh, these are our boys, and we're gonna ride it out to the end. Well, here's the end. Here's the end.
That's what
Enjoy
happens
watching it
when you
all burn
choose.
down.
That's what happens when you choose the white man over the nigga. They ain't been the same ever since they crossed that bridge. Am I lying? Am I lying? The home field, the home court advantage ain't the same. Ever since they crossed that bridge, they ain't been the same. Even though they did get a chip. They did
I
get a
wasn't
chip.
expecting that, bro. But that's
You know
so
what I'm saying?
fucking funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Ain't been the same. That home court advantage ain't the same.
That is boy funny.
They
That's
don't,
what
they
I'm
don't quite
saying.
rock in there like it used to rock in there.
Hey.
Man, hey, look, Joe.
Cat Williams said the devil can't create anything. I'm just saying.
I think they might have a better system, but they coach sucks too. That's why I say
The
like
coach is terrible. That's the problem.
As Clay and
That's the
Steph
real problem.
decline, the more we will see that people gave Steve Kerr too much credit. That I agree with. So I think that's why I think ultimately, if you're a team like that or a player like that, and you don't believe in your coach, I think you off, but I think our players still believe in Darvin Ham. That's why I'm saying I believe that shit. But Kerr, we gonna see it. Watch, especially that USA shit. Ooh, he cooked. Well, Bi, and I'll give you that. Will look, I think I'll give you your Bi. You see how Bi is playing this season, but yet you couldn't find a way to use that talent in the USA. Now that I guess that translates to like now you looking at a player like Kaminga Moody and all that shit. It's like, damn, bro, you couldn't handle Bi. It show you why you can't handle us. And these are like the next players that could be. I'm not gonna
these
say
are the
Bi
guys that are
level,
supposed to
but
extend the dynasty, right? Like these are the guys that they were relying on to extend it, and it didn't happen. But let's talk about another team out west. James Harden and the Clippers have been playing well. So James Harden earlier this week said, the haters have been real quiet lately. I got a lot. I got a lot for this one, but Joe, I'll let you start it off. Your thoughts on James Harden calling out the haters being real quiet on some day in January?
What we got to say? We like Kendrick Perkins says, we waiting to see what you do in the playoffs. You think we forgot? I don't give a fuck what James Harden did in the regular season. You've been in the league long enough to where your regular season accolades don't mean a damn thing to me or nobody else. You looked pretty damn good last year in the regular season against the 76ers. You look pretty damn good a lot of times. You look pretty damn good a lot of times with the Houston Rockets, but I done seen you flame out so many damn times in April, before April, March, April. So I can't trust shit James Harden does in the postseason. So I ain't got nothing to say. Congratulations. You look good in the regular season. You and Paul George look good in the regular seasons. Congratulations. Let's see what happened in the playoffs. The only person that I know who's gonna show up every single night in the playoffs is Kawhi Leonard. I know.
You don't know that.
In the playoffs, if he healthy, he gonna show out. And he's been healthy all season.
But showing up
I'm gonna give him respect. He's shown up this year. He's shown up this year.
No, Kawhi has been amazing.
Was he missed like 2 games? He's shown up this year. So I ain't gonna hate on him for that. He hasn't missed very many games. So that's the one person I trust this year. I trust Russell Westbrook too. I know he's gonna play hard every night, but I know he could screw you one night too in the playoffs. So I don't care what the Clippers do in the regular season. Show me what y'all do in the playoffs. Because y'all got 4 people, y'all got 4 superstars, and only one of them I can trust in the playoffs. So I mean, that's why we quiet. We're gonna sit there, we taking notes. We're gonna say, well, look at this. They was top 5 in offense. They was top this in defense. They got all these accolades in the regular season. And look what happened when they went against the Dallas Mavs and Luka Doncic by himself got y'all guys out of there in 6 games. So I ain't trying to hear none of that shit until y'all prove yourself in the playoffs. So you can shut the fuck up, James Harden.
It's about what I thought it would be. Hold on, my kid over here knocking my light off.
I was trying to give you some time. You good, bro?
I know. I appreciate it. I think that's what I thought. Like for real, I thought the Clippers would get it together. You got too much talent to not figure it out. But people like Kendrick Perkins, who makes sense with this.
Not just a hot take.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about you during the regular season. We only care about the playoffs. The only thing I say, Kawhi is his saving grace, like he's been a saving grace, like he was for Toronto. Kawhi plays, he's fine because fourth quarter James Harden doesn't have to show up and you still can win the game. That's the only thing he got as his saving grace. But if Kawhi gets hurt, he's cooked. I don't even think Paul George, like, I won't even get on Paul George for not showing up because he's showing up. He does
He
like
did last year. He showed up
Def-
last year.
but I'm just saying, like defense and all these other things, like he might take the step back and Kawhi might be the scorer, but PG go guard the player you need him to guard. And whether you make that shot or not, like that Dame shot, like that wasn't his fault. Like
Facts.
that was a crazy shot. So I'm not gonna blame Paul George, but James Harden, this is the first time in his career that he actually has a superstar that can bail him out. We thought Durant and all that would do it, but Durant obviously is not Kawhi. He can bail him out. And then Westbrook, he gonna show up every game. It's just about at the end of the game, who's going to take the last shot, who's going to be the last 3 minutes. If that is together in the playoffs, I think the Clippers are fine. I think the Clippers gonna be fine regardless. Like I said, I don't think they gonna be. I don't think they no mega team, but I think they gonna be fine and they gonna do all right. They gonna fare well in the playoffs.
So this is my whole thing with this.
He can talk his shit right now. He deserved to talk it right now.
No, he don't.
Yes,
I
he
don't wanna
do.
hear that. I'm not hearing that shit.
Until the
I'm not hearing that
playoffs come and he becomes him.
Okay, but here's the thing: when he's referencing haters, right? He's referencing people like me, right? I have never once doubted that James Harden's team will go to the fucking playoffs. I have never in my life said, "Oh, James Harden's gonna miss the
What if
playoffs."
Miami traded for him?
That bad? I would have been pissed. I would say, "Oh, there goes our Jimmy window." But like, here's the thing that kills me with James Harden. Like, okay, so you didn't want us to talk when you had your like 10-game losing streak, whatever it was, 8-game losing streak, whatever, 10 games, whatever it was when you first got there.
It was time to meld and figure it out.
Yeah, we had to be quiet, right? Now y'all have a little winning streak. Now you wanna beat your chest. You remember that quote from The Last Dance? Michael Jordan's got the bat in his hand. It's easy to talk shit when you're winning. I like the person that talks shit when they're losing, right? Just a definition of what James Harden is not. And you know why he's not that? Because he's not actually confident. He doesn't actually even believe that they're about to do some shit in the playoffs. So I'll tell you right now, again, I think they're going to be fine. I think they'll win a playoff series. They're going to be a second-round exit. That's what they're going to be. If they make it further than that, I'll give you your flowers, James Harden. I will give you, if you go to the Western Conference Finals or further, I'll give you your flowers. But right now,
I won't. Fuck that. No, he got at least makes the finals. Damn that. We haven't seen him in the Western Conference Finals.
We haven't seen him in the conference finals in a long ass fucking time. So I'll give him some credit for doing that. All I'm saying
with
is,
3 other superstars.
I watched them play. My heat are on this little West Coast circle, so I got to really watch them when they had all their people, and I saw them competing in a game where the Heat did not have Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Haywood Highsmith. Right, their second, third, and fourth best defender against a strictly ISO team, and that was a game going into the fourth quarter. So, am I really that impressed by that? No, I'm not that impressed by it. When you play a team in the playoffs and they can lock into your tendencies, all that ISO shit, throw that shit out the fucking door. It's not going to fucking work. All right? Yeah, Kawhi might get you a game or two, but we know when shit gets tight, James Harden, he don't even want the ball anymore. We saw that. We saw that in Philly his first year, right? He was just passing that bitch to Joel Embiid, who was going like 3 of 19 in their closeout game. So until you do something in the playoffs, beat a competent team. I'm not talking about beating some fucking like Grizzlies in the first round or some shit where they, are missing some people. They're not a real team. I'm talking about, I want you to go show me you can beat a team like the Nuggets. A competent team with chemistry, a head coach that knows what he's doing. Show me that. Show me that. Then yeah, okay. I'll be quiet and I'll give you your flowers for doing something like that. But right now,
This is his first time.
Regular season teams. No, it's not. He just had a fucking MVP on his team.
Listen, no. Listen what I'm saying with that. Like, I get it with the MVP and all that shit. You have great players. But the only player besides, like, Kyrie, which wasn't really playing, they weren't playing together, the only closeout player that I have confidence that's a superstar was Kawhi. I didn't think Embiid can close games out like Kawhi. Now, that's why I said to your point. But I'm saying to your point,
on 2 different occasions now.
But come on, KD's the one person I don't consider him no closeout player. I think he's a sniper throughout it, but I don't. I think mentally he's not strong enough. That's what I believe. I think he's a dope player, but mentally
I'm not the
strong
biggest
enough.
KD fan in the world, but I mean, we saw when he was at Golden State, and again he had a loaded roster. I mean, he was the one making him taking and making the big shots.
Yeah, but look who he had on his team. You know what I'm saying? You had some players, but to your point,
okay, I'll throw another example because this is actually something that I've wanted to find a way to talk about on our show because this somehow gets used against LeBron all the time, and then Coat, and then like by extension the Heat. First title for LeBron in Miami, right? Played the Thunder. James Harden's on that fucking team. Everyone always now likes to say that, oh, well, LeBron just beat the baby Thunder. They weren't ready for the stage. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody before that series was picking the fucking Thunder. Bill Simmons was out there picking the Thunder. Stephen A. Smith was picking the Thunder. Skip Bayless was picking the Thunder to win that fucking series against LeBron and the Heat. Everybody was. Who's the person that did not show up for the fucking Thunder? It wasn't KD. It wasn't Russ. It was goddamn James Harden. He has been the same fucking person his whole entire career. He has had closer after closer.
For the beard and
asked to be the closer in Houston, and he could never do it.
Like, I'm not taking that away.
Bro, think about. Remember when Chris Paul went to Houston?
Kawhi.
They had Golden State dead to fucking rights, and
until Chris Paul got hurt.
That wasn't his fault.
And who couldn't close it out?
I wouldn't. Look.
I missed 26 straight threes.
Look, I'm not saying.
Who took a bunch of them?
Look, I'm not saying.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything about it, but I'm just saying like this is the first time I think he has like zero excuse. I'm talking about like if he doesn't make it out the first round, he has zero excuse.
Why the fuck is James Harden talking?
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard should be making that fucking comment then.
Kawhi don't talk. Come on, but
Kawhi don't talk. It should be Kawhi's comment or no one else's. If James Harden is going to rely on Kawhi Leonard to make all the tough shots, all the big shots in the playoffs, I don't want to hear James Harden talk about it then.
Bro, at least say it on the Paul George podcast. Shit.
No, look, I'm just saying, this is the first time out of like all the teams, in my opinion, all of the teams that James Harden's ever played with, where you have every single player like that does every single thing. You got winners, and if you cannot win with if you cannot make it out the second round or win with this team, you have no hope. Like you have a Kawhi who bailed out the Raptors. You have a higher energy player like Russ who's go show up every night. You got a Paul George who may score 20, but he may not score 20, but he gonna go and defend the best player. Like now, if he goes and if one player goes down, you still got two other that can take you to the thing. Now, if he loses this year, I mean, there's no excuse for him. I'm like, you can give him every excuse in the world with that, but this is the perfect team for him to win. If he can't do it, he sucks. That's all I'm saying. I ain't disagreeing with you.
You already say you suck.
Yeah, I disagree with you. I'm just saying, like, bro, you can talk shit right now, but if you don't make it past, if you don't make it past the second round, like for real, hey, bro, you cooked. Like he cooked. He ain't getting no $300-400 million contract. They go start like, all right, bro. They go put him in the same category as what Chris Paul is about to get put into after this season. Like, watch.
He had to find a way to make it about Chris Paul.
They deserve each other. Look at that Houston team. Look at these two players for Houston. They are the same players, different heights, different positions.
They did it the exact way for each of them, right? Like Chris Paul got them there. They're about to do some shit. Then he got hurt like he always does. And then James Harden, all he had to do was just close out one game, and he couldn't fucking do it. But let's move on. Rashad McCants had some words for Stephen A. Smith, right? Now, this all came up. Stephen A's been doing some interviews with Allen Iverson, with some other folks, and talking about Kobe. So here, I'm gonna play the video for us here. This is what McCants had to say about Stephen A. Smith and when talking about Kobe Bryant in the GOAT conversation.
Stephen A. going off on these rants about how Kobe Bryant is not this and not that. You didn't have that energy when he was here. Mm-hmm. Where was that energy when he was alive? And stop bringing this man who passed to extend your narrative. Yeah. Why would Kobe be in the conversation for you to kill him off so LeBron can live higher than him? Right. It don't make no fucking sense. Let the man rest. Let's keep him wherever everyone has him. If you got him one, you got him two, you got him three. We don't need nobody trying to push him down, push him away so somebody else can be elevated. LeBron gonna be LeBron.
Yeah.
Mike gonna be Mike. We've been comparing Kobe, Mike forever. Here comes LeBron. Okay, join the conversation, my nigga, but don't be trying to diminish my man's name.
Joe, you
Man,
don't seem
fuck out
pleased
here
with
with
the
that, bro.
conversation. So
No, I
talk to
I
me.
was riding with him until I don't look. I'm a Lakers fan. I love Kobe Bryant.
Oh, man.
The nigga dead, so I can't say nothing.
That's
I'm just saying. Look, I'm gonna push down Abraham Lincoln so I can boost up Obama. I'm just saying. Abraham Lincoln didn't care about niggas as much as people think he did. Just because he did, I can't say it. Let's be real. Did no one? It was. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say is Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan is the conversation. They said Kobe Bryant was the closest thing to Michael Jordan because the way he imitated Michael Jordan. Did no one ever? There's never. I've never heard people put the conversation of GOAT status Michael Jordan and Kobe. It's never been that in the media. It's never been like that. It's always been Kobe is the closest thing to Michael Jordan because the way he imitated him, and you can literally put clips up of them doing the exact same shit. I don't think that's the same as the GOAT conversation, because if we're having the GOAT conversation, no one ever brings up Kareem. Like, if you want to have the real GOAT conversation, people always say, who's the GOAT if you take out the four centers? Because if we really gonna have that conversation, is Michael Jordan really the GOAT? Or is he the GOAT because people loved what he brought to basketball in the 80s and how he brought it back? I
No,
think
he was
Mike
cold. He was cold.
he was cold. He was cold.
Cold.
But we didn't see all
Cold.
these earlier guys play. We didn't see them as much and have as much film on them. I'm okay with Michael Jordan being the GOAT. And I love LeBron. I think LeBron is the GOAT. I'm not gonna be upset if people say Michael Jordan the GOAT. But I think it's absurd for people to sit here and act like for the last 25 years we've been having a discussion on is Kobe and Michael Jordan. I don't think it's ever really been like that. I really don't. I think it's been Kobe is the closest thing we've seen to Michael Jordan, but it's never been is Kobe the GOAT next to Michael Jordan. I don't think I've ever really heard people have that full on debate.
I have. I ain't gonna lie. I've had people say that all the
I
time.
mean, I said it on this show. I think Kobe was better than Michael.
Yeah, I think they say it all the time because
Okay.
they don't want to give. Nobody will want to give a big man that.
Uh,
That's what to your point.
It's just like in
Yeah.
other sports. If you're like the
Yeah.
dependent player on someone else in order for you to be great, like it kind of like that's why Tom
But
Brady, Joe Montana, they are the GOAT. Even though Jerry Rice probably has the most dominant career for their position versus all of their other peers, right? But like he relied on someone to get him the ball, just like in the same sense that Kareem relied on whoever it was, whether it be Magic or whoever,
But
to get him.
did
the
Wilt rely on anybody then?
Of course.
I don't think so.
And he didn't win either. So that's why they take him out. He wasn't winning. That's why I'm saying, like,
first of all, I
wasn't
just
winning.
watched some old game of Wilt versus Bill Russell.
I know, and it was
ain't none one of them going in my goddamn go.
No, at all. That's what
I agree for who they are, but goddamn, that was hardly basketball.
Yeah, I agree
as we
with
know it
you.
right now. But Devian, what were your thoughts on this whole thing?
Yeah, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. That shit was gonna be wild. But
just say what you. Hey, I said.
I said, fuck it. What I was gonna say is, yeah, like watching Wilt and all them and Bill Russell back in the day play is like watching me play against motherfucking midgets right now, and don't think I'm gonna be out there dominating their ass and dunking on them.
Facts,
like for
that's
real. Like fuck out of here. That's how I see it. That's why I was like, them, they gone. I'm fine, but I'm fine with. Oh fuck, man! You could talk about a dead man, like we talk about dead men all
That's
the
what he lost
time.
me.
The only thing, but I agree with McCants was like, bro, when Kobe was here, you weren't saying that shit. That I will agree with because you know you'll get that phone call. Now you don't, and then you'll have a person who can go in there and argue with that shit behind closed doors.
He's a journalist, and that was his. He
No,
had a good plug with Kobe. Of course, he's not gonna say
and
that.
there's nothing wrong with that because Stephen A. is doing his job.
His
You can
job,
never get
yeah.
mad at a man for posing a question or having his opinion as a fan because he thinks that's
pay
better
for that
because
opinion.
of that's his opinion, which people got to realize, like, just because he's a journalist, he still is a fan too. You gotta allow him to have some type of fandom. But Kobe, I don't know. I just don't like, and I get it. Like, he's not like downgrading him, but like, bro, LeBron dope. Like, you can compare the two. Like, in order to compare two people, essentially you are bigging somebody up and putting somebody down. That's how the fuck arguments and comparisons work. Somebody's got to be up, somebody's got to be down. I get it. People don't want to do it because he's a, let the legend die in peace. But man, you in fucking sports. This is forever. We're going to talk
It's
about
competition.
this until
And
we
the last person that would want some type of charity bullshit
It's
Kobe
Kobe.
Bryant. He wouldn't if you didn't feel like he was the best, he would want you to fucking say it and say it right to his face, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm not with McCants on that. Like, oh, because Kobe passed in a very tragic way and way too soon. Like, we all miss Kobe, right? We all wish we got to see this next chapter of what Kobe Bryant was going to be.
I don't miss nobody I don't know, but yes, I agree with you saying.
Okay, yeah, miss maybe not the right word, but like to like see like where he was going, right? Like,
I know what you're
I
saying.
just feel like
we sure would have had a Kobe LeBron movie by now. For sure.
Yeah,
man.
Kobe would have wrote it.
Like,
LeBron would have acted in it.
I'm kind of with you, Joe, because like when I gave that take on this show that I actually think Kobe is better than Michael Jordan, that was our guilty pleasure take, like something that like I believe, but like you don't actually want out there because it's not popular and like you'll get ridiculed for it. And like I don't remember any conversation ever on First Take or ESPN, whatever ESPN show or FS1 show, anyone debating Jordan versus Kobe. Now they might have said Kobe, like you're saying, was the closest thing to Michael Jordan. But I don't remember none of them national media people saying Kobe was better. Versus we have had plenty of people saying LeBron James is better, and plenty of people saying Michael Jordan was better, right? Like
because it was taboo. That's what I'm saying. I think they said they tried to say it without being ridiculed. They say, "Oh, he's creeping up. Oh, look at his accolades." They said it, but they didn't want to come out and say it. LeBron was the first time. Them motherfuckers bold. He's
Stephen A.
Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Stephen
they
A.
give
broke
a fuck
it.
when it came to LeBron.
Stephen A. broke it down. Like, I think there is. I think when you really having this discussion, obviously we're talking about great players, and somebody has to be notched down. Kobe did get 3 championships with Shaq. LeBron never played with a Shaq type dominant player,
and he got 2 with everybody else. So I don't give a fuck about that.
He still got 2, but I'm just saying
Wade like that.
But he's not.
We're not gonna act like Dwayne Wade wasn't dominant. We're not gonna act like Dwayne Wade wasn't dominant.
Dwayne Wade is the 3rd greatest shooting guard ever. Like
I agree
that shit
with you.
Miami.
I agree with
if
you.
we want to do this,
I'm
if we
just
want
saying.
to,
we're not gonna do Dwayne Wade.
I'm just saying.
LeBron has how many championships without Wade, without great like players? We want to compare these two. Look at Kobe's 2 rings with Gasol and fucking Bynum and all that versus
I'll give you that.
Kyrie and all that. But I can't take that away from him. He still got 2 without him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
well, LeBron did in Cleveland is probably a little bit comparable to what Kobe did with Paul Gasol. In.
No, it's very comparable. Those are 2. I mean, that was a hard championship to win.
Yeah.
Hard. And we had hard roads to win.
I think the part where I'm in with Rashad McCants, I obviously, from what I've said previously, I believe Kobe Bryant deserves to be in the conversation. Like, I don't think it has to be the stupid binary Jordan or LeBron. Like, I think Kobe Bryant deserves a seat at that table. Now, kind of what you were saying also, Joe, there's a good argument that Kareem deserves to be at that table as well. Like, it doesn't have to, like, why are we stopping with Kobe? Like, then why don't we bring in all these other people that theoretically should be at this conversation? At some point, like, you just cut it off because you think like everyone has like a list of people, and it's like, okay, in my head, if I'm ain't no reason to bring up that rapist.
Hey man, that's your homie, boy.
He led all-time record in scoring. I'm just saying when he retired. That's something.
No, he didn't.
Or second. He was second, sorry. That means something.
Yeah.
In
the era of Jordan, you saying that don't mean nothing?
It means a lot. It does.
No,
it's just like big men aren't fun. They're not fun to watch.
First of all, if Jordan didn't sit out the years that he sat out, Carmelo wouldn't have been second.
I'm just saying, I know a lot of people who would say you can't name a top 10 all time without putting Carmelo in there.
Oh, I promise you I can.
I can too, but a lot of people say you can't.
I won't even think about him twice.
I want
to think about him once.
You don't got a ring. All right, that's my point. Like, I don't think anybody can be anybody's top 10 if you can't win at least one championship. That's what I think. That's what that top 10 is for. People who have accolades and who won at least
one players.
I agree with you.
That's it once. That's why Kareem is fire. He just wasn't. he had something that was unstoppable. You just say he wasn't a flashy or you didn't like him. That's why people like Shaq, because Shaq was gonna put your ass through the root, through the rim, through the flow, and then pick you up, and he might punch you in your face too if you say something he didn't like. He could curse on TV. It's about the whole package when they
Let's
talking
not
about.
act like Kareem wasn't knocking niggas out too, bro. Come on.
He wasn't doing it like Shaq though.
Yes, he was. No, Kareem
Man.
was throwing punches, bro.
But it was not like Shaq. I'm just saying like Shaq.
Kareem, I agree.
I'm about to say
Kareem was an
this.
asshole. That's why Kareem never got an opportunity.
Shaq
basketball
has
game
more
had a little more
memorable
finesse to
moments.
it. than
Yeah.
Shaq. Like Shaq,
He has
like
more
Kareem's
memorable
basketball
moments
game was
versus
very
I agree.
finesse,
But Kareem was an
skyhook,
asshole.
everything.
I'm just saying. That's why he
But-
never got an opportunity at the
But
point.
his moments weren't as memorable as Shaq.
Well,
like
facts.
these.
I give you that.
Was he
You
an
know what I'm saying?
asshole,
That's
or
it.
was he just
Can't
willing
bring-
to say the uncomfortable truths
No.
that even America's not ready for right now?
Both. He was at both.
No,
I'll say
he
both.
wasn't he part of the nation? He just wasn't a pussy. That's all it is. He's just a
No,
soldier.
but he
That's
was
all it
also nah. he
Soldier
was an
mentality. You might come off as asshole,
asshole.
but he
He
like
treat
fuck
people
you.
like shit.
He just told him what it was, like he doing today.
I'm
Like
not
he told
talking about
Kyrie.
white. I'm not just talking about white
I
people.
bubbly with
Now, if
love.
it was just white people just said it, I would agree. But I mean,
Hey,
he was an asshole. to everybody.
You know how we end the show. We choose
that's
love.
my God.
We choose violence. Joseph, as you sip your
coming for
coffee
your
or
head,
your
Will.
tea,
I'm
go
coming
ahead.
for your head. I'm coming for your
Alright.
head. We just did an hour and 10 minutes, and we ain't done a show in 3-4 weeks. And this motherfucker still got episode 7. Draymond suspended indefinitely on the top of the shit. I saw this about 30 minutes ago, and I was like, I can't wait to flame his ass. This man been trying to freaking do a podcast for 3 weeks. This dude ain't ready yet. I'm flaming your ass for that. That's
He's sick
sad.
though. He was sick.
Yeah, I know.
He was sick. Look, he good.
I really ain't got no hater violence, so I had to put it on somebody. I really, you know, what? I'll take that back. I'm gonna give love to Cat Williams. This man is a genius. This man is a genius. Yes, I don't even care what he told was the truth or a lie. All I know is he just. I don't think I've ever sat down for a podcast for 2.5 hours and was able to sit through it like it was a movie. Thoroughly entertained the whole way through. That man is a comedic genius. I don't even care what he said was true or not. The fact that he said shit and people gonna believe it, and that's what's the funniest shit to me in the world. Like, even if it is a lie, it don't matter now. People believe it. People believe that Ludacris decided to join the Illuminati, and that's why he's doing 20 Fast and Furious movies. That shit funny to me. So I'm giving Cat Williams all the love. I can't wait for his Netflix special to come out. Shit was great. Shannon Sharp didn't even have to ask the man a question. Cat Williams just sat down and just went in.
Shannon looked stressed during that interview.
Oh, bro, he was sipping the whole time. He was, whoo. Yeah. He was
Evian?
like, shit was great.
That was funny to me. I ain't gonna lie.
It was great.
I'm giving love. Y'all know who I'm giving love to. My boy
Nick.
Hallie.
Oh.
You know it.
Man,
Hey.
Ben balling.
20-20 with no turnovers.
Go keep talking about
That's
him, and I'm
crazy.
gonna keep talking about him because I know everybody was like, ain't nobody been talking about Hallie as long as your boy been. Ain't nobody been. And people like I told people
When they made the
Halliburton
trade.
was gonna be just like this, and nobody saw it coming. Now he's like, is he the best guard in the league? Is he one of the best guards in the league? Is he this? Is this? That motherfucker cold. I keep telling people. And now everybody want to jump on the train, and I knew this was gonna happen. But Halliburton is cold, bro. He is a 2020 player. It ain't what's that dude who was playing with Karl Malone? What's
John
the dude's
Stockton?
name?
Stockton?
Yeah,
Stockton's racist.
yeah.
ass?
That
John Stockton wish
motherfucker.
he was him, right?
But I'm saying, like, I see now. That's what the fuck they were saying. Like, oh, he was like this back in the day. Oh, if that's what they thought he was, I'm like, Hallie, go ahead and put him in the past because Hallie out here fucking
John Stockton was cold. He looked some of his highlights.
20 and 20 with no turnovers though.
Mhm.
Like, come on,
That's
With
crazy.
no turnovers and efficient and winning games. Like, bro, cold. I don't.
He play a little defense. They could be good, bro. He play a
No,
little defense.
Hallie. Hey man, Hallie looking good.
They just need
a
a
future Laker.
lockdown defender. They need a lockdown.
Shit,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I thought
yeah.
they brought Bruce Brown in for.
You can bro, you could show like pitch him like you see what Magic was doing. You could be just like that, bro.
Hey,
You in Indiana, don't nobody know what's going on. You bring some of that, you're gonna have the Showtime with
come
you
on,
in
baby.
Hollywood, bro. Come on, baby. Come on. We
The
give you
Lakers.
I think
75
also
million a year, baby.
one thing we can
Lakers,
also
The
baby.
do,
CBA coming up, 75-year meal, baby.
one thing we can do, for a long time, us included, a lot of people said the Halliburton Sabonis trade was one of the most even trades. Nah, Indy
No,
won.
no.
Indy won.
Well, I
They
would
won.
have said it was closer, but Sabonis be getting 15 turnovers a game and be doing the dumb. I don't know why they think he a point guard bringing up the ball. I'd be screaming when he be doing that. But yeah, they did. Hallie, they won. Indy
Still a
won
good
with that.
trade. Like the
Great
like
trade.
the
Both
team's
sides, yeah,
got a really good player, but nah, Hallie took this to a whole new level.
Yeah,
Hallie took it to a whole new level.
Hallie to the Lakers.
All
Free
right,
Hallie.
I'm gonna show.
I can need that on a t-shirt.
Free my God.
I don't know how to qualify this because it's not actually official yet. So it's either love or hate, depending on what actually ends up happening this upcoming baseball season. But the rumors have it that my Cubbies are going to finally put Sosa on the flagpole. They're going to put him into the Cubs Ring of Honor at Wrigley. So if
So they
that
cop-
happens,
they
then I'm showing
copying
them
Jerry
all the
Jones?
love for it. I'm gonna show them all the love for it. If they
Bleach
don't
Sosa.
fucking follow through with it, then fuck Ricketts again and sell the team
Yes.
again and all that bullshit.
Yes. I hope they do it just so I can see Sammy Sosa on TV. Yes, I hope they do that.
Blanche
Yes.
Sosa up to that point. Crazy.
Boy, look like Will Starnes out there. That shit crazy, bro. Straight up. He got all the nigga features but the skin. It's hilarious. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, bro.
A peach nigga, like for
Look
real.
out there looking like Ricky Ricardo. Like, what the fuck is going
Oh
on?
man,
bro?
that boy look crazy.
We're not about to hit on my
man.
man Sammy. We're not about to hit on my man Sammy.
That's gonna be our thumbnail when he get
Boy.
when they do that. That's gonna be our thumbnail.
You know what he looked like? He got the same color as a newborn dog. The boy, like that pink hue. That's exactly.
That's crazy. Newborn dog is crazy. That's
Am I lying?
crazy.
He got that pink hue, that grayish pink.
We are 3 in the pot.